104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's August the 15th. It's Tuesday. Sorry, I'm moving my mic.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday, August the 15th of 2023 with the gang, Roula, Ryan, Special K, and Sam. Eric is out today, not feeling great. So happy Tuesday to you. If it's you're trying to get back into a different routine. I'm going to say it every morning, every day for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We're going to have people totally changing their routines because summer's ending and school is starting.
Well, school is starting. Summer's not ending. Summer is going to be gone for another month at least. I mean, it's
if you're
so insanely hot.
If you're a student or you have a student in your life, summer is ending because school's
Summer's
getting back to it.
It's
but
over.
doesn't mean the weather
Doesn't mean the weather's
feel like
giving you a break.
summer.
Did you
That's
see,
for sure.
Rilla, did you see in Katy, like they're taking this serious because of the drought? You know, there's burn bans in effect everywhere, basically. My grass, I don't know what yours looks like, but mine is like solid brown right now at this point. But in Katy, they're really putting it out there that you cannot violate the restrictions. You can only water your lawn between midnight and 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. to midnight on your assigned day. And if you don't follow this, I mean, these fines are steep. First, you get a written warning, but after that, you can get a fine of up to $2,000 per incident.
You know what I've done?
And they could turn off your water.
Is I've captured all the water that comes out of my condensate from the AC, and I have a pump hooked up to it, and now I pump that every day onto my yard, and it fills up so much. There must be at least like 15 gallons per
Whoa.
day that it comes out of
Wow.
there.
You.
And so
Does that mean there's something going on with your AC then?
No,
Is it
it's-
like drinking
that
dripping so
normal?
much?
that's just how
Like
AC.
the
No one notices that their AC drips that much, but it really does. It's dripping all dang day. And if you collect that water, I happen to have a rain barrel that I used instead of using it for the rain, since we don't get rain. I put it at the end of where the AC drips out, and then pump it out of there. And so I've got these cute little sprinklers, little mini sprinklers all around the
Remember,
yard.
yesterday I was doing that story about a lot of people complain like my AC is not working the way it should. That's because AC units are not meant to be operating in over 95 degrees. After 95 degrees, when it gets into the hundreds, no AC unit, even if it's brand new, is going to work like it used to work. It just takes a while. Temperatures when they get over 95 degrees. So if you've got your AC on and you're somewhere in the 70s in your house, you're doing okay.
And a lot of
amen to that.
a lot of
That's pretty-
capacitors are going out, and I know Air Innovations probably can help with that.
Oh, Air Innovations is very busy. Everybody's very busy, whoever's an AC person. What I have found in the new house that we moved into in March is we have a lot of beautiful windows that face out to our yard, but it also faces, I mean, the sun's coming through there, and I'm like, oh my God, it is so freaking hot. Like the sun is coming through, and that room is significantly warmer than the other rooms right now because of the heat, because it's so much. And I didn't realize this until, like a couple months living in here. Those windows were all tinted. Like the sellers, or maybe the people before them, had tinted the windows in such a subtle way that you can't really tell they're tinted, but they are. Obviously because of the sun situation. And man, this sun is something else. But if you want to pretend like it's fall, Sam, you can go to any 7-Eleven and get a pumpkin spice something.
I may have to.
They were the first retailers to hit the pumpkin market.
Oh, it's already out now.
Summer season.
Pumpkin spice.
I was just telling Kev yesterday, my electricity bill, I have a very small house. It's like it was built in 1910. It's a bungalow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many square feet?
Oh, man, maybe 15?
425?
You're maybe,
I know, right?
No, you're maybe at 17.
19.
Maybe
10.
17. My electricity bill, because I have the original windows from 1910 in my house.
Girl.
My electricity
And no
bill.
insulation.
That is
What
not
was your bill?
efficient.
With no, with no insulation.
Oh
month.
my God, Sam.
600?
Is it 600 or 700?
$600.
Oh, I nailed it.
Stop, girl.
I'm like,
Dang.
we're basically AC in Houston. So come over by my house, just stand outside, and you'll get some real nice AC.
Yeah. You know how I nailed it? Because my house is about the same square footage, and I've got the original windows, and mine was 600.
Yes. So my husband and I joke because we call my dad, because, you know, my last name is Given. I'm like, yeah, we're using Given Bank to, like, we're getting siding and windows because I cannot deal with this anymore. I mean, it's just like, what do? You either just throw money away because you're trying to keep your house below
windows
80?
are really
Or
expensive.
do you update your windows and your siding?
Well, I think,
you
Sam,
know?
listen, depends on how invested are you in that house, because getting the windows done is huge. The first, Tassos and I bought our first house when we were
pricey.
first married, right?
Yeah.
And that house needed new windows because we were getting ridiculous energy bills.
Yes.
Because the windows were just not doing the job. So we were like, okay, this will be our forever place. I mean, our forever location, or at least it's worth it for at least 8-10 years. We got it was like a $5,000 investment, and it made a huge difference.
Mine's double. I've already got quoted. They're coming
10
out.
grand for windows?
They're coming out
Oh, yeah,
Wednesday.
easily.
Ooh,
They're
well, I
coming out
believe that.
Wednesday, and and this is like getting.
This was 13 years ago when I got $5,000
Yeah,
quote.
and this
Of course,
is
it's gonna be
like
10 grand now.
They're like, we have, like windows. It's like they have the Mercedes, they have the Toyota, like, just saying like the
Yeah,
levels.
yeah.
And I was like, they're like, we have this really nice option where you can just use like your pinky to push the window up and down. I was like, we're in Houston, Texas. I don't need that. Like, if anything,
That window's never
can
going
you-
up.
Never gonna open
it's
those.
never going
You can
up.
bolt them shut for all I care.
Like my neighborhood right now,
Never
I'm like, do you
open
guys
them.
install bars too? Like,
Are you going to put insulation in your house when they rip off the siding?
yes, Kev.
Oh,
so
nice.
we are doing that because we got attic insulation, and we were like, okay, this helped a little bit because we had huge AC, like portable ACs here in KRBE studio, because if we
Oh, the
have power,
chillers, yeah.
I had to take a chiller and put it in my house the one day because. It's just because my insulation. So if anybody else is suffering, I feel
So you got to be careful when you hire the right people to do your insulation.
Yeah.
I had some.
I mean, they were good, but it's just my whole house doesn't have insulation around it.
But a
so
lot of
it's
times
like,
they go in to spray the attic with that stuff. These morons
Yeah.
sprayed every vent closed. Like, I was like, oh my God, what's going on in my house? And I go up there, and it's just like it was like an insulation bomb had gone off. Every vent was closed.
man.
I mean, everything was sealed shut. I had to hire somebody to fix it and do it right. It's just,
They covered like your soffits so that
they
your
sprayed over everything.
your attic couldn't breathe anymore.
No. And I got a
Luckily, they
critter
do it
upstairs right now in my attic.
oh yeah, did you ever get your critter?
I don't know what's going on. There's something living up there.
Did you call somebody to? I mean, it's like rodent
a trap.
Every exterminator company has like a rodent branch
It
that comes out and
sounds-
tries to trap it.
It sounds way too big to be a
Or like
mouse or a
animal
rat.
branch.
I mean,
So even if it's years ago, my friend
we
had
have raccoons. We do have raccoons.
and
in
she
our
put
neighborhood.
peanut butter sandwiches up there, and that's how they trapped them to release them.
But I don't want to hurt a raccoon.
No, you can just trap
Well, she
it.
trapped them to release it.
Yeah, and then take
a
it down
peanut
out
butter
of there.
sandwich and her raccoon. That's like making their dates like their birthday.
Well, who's
Like,
going to come
whoa,
get him? Because I'm not.
What's happening?
Put it in
over
the
here?
mystery box.
Putting a raccoon in a mystery
box.
box. Raccoons have rabies.
Yeah, right.
Not all of them have rabies.
Some of them do. Hey, congratulations! You put your hand in the mystery box. You got rabies now.
It's like an elf. I just wanted a hug. And then got attacked.
Oh, yeah, an elf.
Yeah, an elf. Okay, today on the Roula and Ryan Show, of course, we continue the dog days of summer. Feeling so crazy hot outside, but we have got Snoop Dogg tickets
Nice.
for the summer of 2023. He's going to be at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion in 4 days. So at 8:20 this morning, we'll give you a chance to win those tickets. 8 o'clock this morning. Right before that, we're doing Try It Tuesday. Speaking of dog days of summer, we're trying the doggy ice cream that you've seen in the freezer in your stores.
I think we should do a blind taste test
we are
comparison.
trying it.
See the difference between real ice cream and dog ice cream, and see if we can tell
I
the
think
difference.
we're going to taste the difference because the flavor I got was bacon and cheese.
Oh,
It's not chocolate and vanilla.
wow.
The one that I
Ew.
found is bacon and cheese
Ew,
dog
ew.
ice cream. It's going to be barfalicious. Okay. Barfalicious. Coming up next, sometimes when celebrities put something in their contract for whatever reason, you could say, oh, that's frivolous, or that's just, super high maintenance, or oh, what a celebrity. Recently, we talked about something Beyonce put in her rider, and her mom gets asked about this on the street by the paparazzi. But I say, own it, girl. own it. You're going to hear what she said. And now I'll talk about the tour item in case you missed it. Here's your weather for today.
Okay, I'm not even saying the heat index. Just the temperature high is going to be 103 today. That is insane. Heat index now, that will make it feel like it's 115. Right now, it's already 84 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Keep your radio right here
Time for your daily scoop. Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. Last week, we were talking about Beyonce's tour, and, you know, every single artist has a contract with every single venue where they're going to go for their tour. It's called the tour writer of what they must have backstage and for their comfort and blah, blah, blah. One of the things that we mentioned is that Beyonce went the way of Madonna by asking for new toilets in the backstage
Not a
area
new
for her.
toilet seat, but an entirely new toilet.
Yeah, new toilet. And, you know, we talked about that, and I was like, well, I can see that. I mean, she's got enough money.
Right.
Use your own toilet. You got plenty of cash. But, and I don't really think there's any shame in that. It's not a shocker to have the toilet seat. She's not the first, and she's not going to be the last.
Well, she
her
wants the whole
mom was-
toilet, you said.
Yeah, the whole toilet, just like Madonna did. Madonna wanted the whole toilet. So here's Tina Knowles being accosted by paparazzi on the street. Here's the exchange.
Hey, a story came out that she keeps a toilet seat in her rider.
That is so ridiculous.
Is that ridiculous? She doesn't have it because it says Beyonce toilet seats on the cage.
Yeah, because those are stands that you put fans on. They're called toilets.
Oh, so that was a wrong story. Oh, I was thinking that's a good thing to have on your rider. You don't want to sit on a dirty. No.
Tina Knowles wanted nothing to do with that, and it's a whole toilet,
now they're
and
saying
the seat comes in a box.
Yeah.
But she said it's not an actual toilet seat. It's a what?
Yeah, I
A
think
fan?
She said it
holder?
was a fan. It was a box it was a box fan, is what she said.
Oh.
It was a
Oh,
box for a fan.
Huh.
And I'm thinking, just own it. Your kid is $1 billion performer. Her freaking tour is making crazy money, and the tickets are insanely expensive. Who cares?
How
if
much
she
does a
wants her own
toilet cost? Let's find out.
How much does a toilet
like-
cost?
Yeah.
It's $150 for a
That's-
standard toilet.
That's it?
Yeah, like a Home
$150?
Depot, you can just grab one. They're not that
Okay.
expensive. Now, we're not talking about the Eric toilets.
Right.
That's
Today,
1,000.
but
Those-
I'm sure he's sitting.
that
Some of them
minimum
are 4,000. Yeah, the one
Oh,
at Eric's,
my
I think, is like
gosh.
$4,000.
He's got a heated seat and one that wipes his butt for him. And
It calls him. It calls him. It tells him what time it is to tinkle and all the
Master
things.
Eric, it is time to have a bowel movement.
His toilet, as opposed to us having an app on things, his toilet has an app on his colon and his bowels.
It is time to evacuate your bowels.
That would be nice.
I
don't need a message to tell me that. I know when it's coming.
No, but if it could detect if you're sick or not, you know how you have
True.
to send in your sample to that one company that will
The box comes.
that little guy who dances
Yeah.
around the box.
Send me your poop sample and I'll
tell you if there's anything wrong with you.
Wait, Sam, you've never seen that commercial?
That'd be helpful.
It is legit a little square plastic box with a smiley face on it cartoon. And basically, that's where you deposit your excrement and you ship it off for them
I didn't
to
think you're allowed
sample
to
it for.
mail that.
Oh
though.
yes, you
Well,
are.
this is a medical
Yeah.
thing
You can
now.
mail poop.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, like instead of getting colonoscopy, you just poop in the box in the container. And then it's not it's like I've seen the container because I don't know if there's some promotional thing or what.
They
And
sent
it
you
came-
one?
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Use Roula's promo code.
Because I already had it.
code.
And I was like, what the hell is this? And just last night, I told my niece was over here, and we opened it. I go, what in the hell? Let's look at what this thing is. I'm like, I've heard it, but why is it coming here? And it was a round, like a very sturdy round. I mean, it is like you are shipping something with dry ice overseas, and it needs to stay cold.
Yeah.
You know, like something like that.
wow.
It's called
It's real
Cologuard.
sturdy. That's what it is. That's what
Cologuard.
it is. And I was like, I don't know why we have this.
It's
I'm
a-
not going to look it up because I don't get like ads for
Oh, I
it.
know.
Yeah,
And-
you
and-
will.
and it's,
Yeah, you
it's a
will.
good thing because it can test for cancer.
That's
So-
a good thing.
Especially, I'm guessing, especially if you're maybe home ridden and you can't get to a
So do they come and
they'll
pick it
just
up,
sample
or you got to take
No.
it to the mailbox?
You
Or
can
the post
actually
box-
you
post office?
can request a pickup, or you can take it to the FedEx or UPS. And it has and like Roula said, it has a cold pack in there that keeps your
that would be
taking your poop to UPS is insane.
Exactly.
But having to pick it up, that'd be a really crappy job.
I know.
You know what? when you are a new parent of a small baby, you will do everything and it doesn't faze you. The one time my second daughter was having an issue with that, and the doctor gave me like a little, y'all, I swear it looks like a half pint container for tortilla soup from the Tex-Mex place.
Yeah.
It was like this little container, tiny. She goes, well, next time she goes, I want you to just put it in this little container and then just bring it with you. And I'm like,
oh, I don't want to
a lot of things.
Carry that in your
but
purse.
I don't want to carry that. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like,
Yeah, but-
I'll take a picture of what happened in the diaper and send it to you, but I don't really want to put it in this thing and put it in my bag and bring it.
Well, when you have to do it yourself, they give you a top hat. Basically, it's a
top
plastic
hat?
top hat. If you can imagine, I mean, you know, Pharrell used to wear those hats.
Oh yeah, like a Ranger Bob hat.
Flip it upside down, set it on top of the toilet seat, and it creates kind of an area that prevents it from falling in the water. But then it has the little container to collect your
Seals
whatnot.
it up.
Mm-hmm,
Oh, wow.
But then you have to
interesting.
pour it into another container.
That was a fantastic analogy. A Pharrell hat upside down.
Yeah, that's
Well, there's nothing. I mean, I know we're going on a tangent now about bathroom breaks and whatnot because of the Beyonce toilet. But the last time
we
I
all
had to
gotta
go
do
give my blood sample because I had this ankle fusion surgery and they want to do all these tests on you before you do the surgery. They're like, okay, do you think that you can give us like a urine sample? And I was like, oh, really? Oh, I don't think I really haven't had. I don't know. I just, when they ask you, you're like, no, of course I don't have to go.
You can't
'cause
pee
she
on
was asking
command.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she goes, okay, well, here's like half a little bottle of water. Just wait around like 10 minutes. If it doesn't happen, take this home and do it. And I was like, ew, I don't want to do that home. And she's like, here's your top hat. And so I go to the dumb restroom. I put the top hat on the counter. I proceed to use the restroom. It actually happens, and I didn't capture it.
Oh, you forgot to.
And I hear myself in the bathroom at the doctor. I go, oh no, oh. And then I go back to the lab, so defeated, and I go, I just went, and it went in the toilet. She's like,
Have another one.
she's like, all right, you want to wait like another 15 minutes, or you want to try it home? I was like, I guess I'll wait. You know, if you just sit there, it will happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It just
I feel
will
like the
happen.
pressure.
You have to just
You
sit
gotta,
there
like, the
and just
pressure.
think about it.
Yep,
like
and it'll
I
happen.
sucked down my little Ozarka 4 ounces and I just waited, and it actually happened after I had just gone.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's mind over matter. Okay, let me throw this story at you because it came out last night. I was reading part of the details, and now, like on People Magazine, all the places are picking it up. Michael Orr, who inspired The Blind Side.
Oh, I saw this.
He's the player who's won the Super Bowl. He's the Super Bowl winner. He's retired now, 37 years old. He is alleging that the family tricked him into signing a conservatorship when he was 18. I was under the impression he was adopted by that family that took him in, but it was a conservatorship. So now he's suing Leanne Toohey and Sean Toohey for lying about adopting him while making millions off his name.
Yeah. He claims that basically they were just using him to make money.
Yikes.
So it kind of ruins the movie
Well,
for
can
you.
I ask too? Like,
does.
this movie came out how many years ago? Why is this now just coming out?
I don't know.
I don't
Like,
really
why
know.
didn't
He
it
filed this on Monday, Sam, and it says that he claims. Sorry, excuse me. That they allegedly told him there was no consequential difference between being adopted by them and entering into a conservatorship where they're basically caring for him and doing all the things for him. But what we've learned from the Britney Spears conservatorship,
it's
those are
definitely
pretty
different.
controlling.
Yeah.
He said in the rep says Michael trusted the Tuohys and signed where they told him to sign. What he signed, however, and unknown to Michael, was until after February of 2023 were not adoption papers or the equivalent of adoption papers. It was the conservatorship. And it goes on from there. So
he
that's
just
really
found
the movie,
out,
doesn't it?
He just recently
Got
found
it.
out. That's
Oh,
why it's
okay,
happening
thank
now.
You. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
was not understanding. Because that movie came out forever ago, and it,
It
had
totally
such a great
ruins the
meaning.
movie. It totally ruins the movie for you.
the
now.
whole heartwarming message
Yeah.
is kind of gone.
Instead, it was all about money, according to him.
Well, according to him, but I still don't feel like this family adopted him to say, we're going to make a lot of money off this kid.
Well, you don't know. You don't know.
I
You're
still
just
wanna
seeing a
feel like-
Hollywood version on screen.
But I've read before the movie was made. I remember when that story came out. Like, wow, that's really amazing that this family gave this kid a home and just refuge from the terrible life he had behind the scenes. And I thought it was so great. But now I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Maybe
what
they just saw
happens
dollar
here.
signs instead.
I don't know. I mean, in the movie, the NCAA is involved. There's a scene with the NCAA making him, like, they isolate him and they ask him about his life and stuff. And the NCAA kind of stuck the Tuohys to the screws about, like, why'd you take him in? Like, what is your purpose here? And she's like, what is the purpose? We're trying to give this kid a chance because he's talented and he won't get out if we don't help him out. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see where that one goes. But it's kind of weird, right? Sandra Bullock's like, oh, I won the Academy Award playing you.
But it totally, to me, it ruins the movie.
Sorry.
But I mean, you know, it's a Hollywood picture. Just like Rudy. You ever see the movie Rudy? That didn't happen.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. It's with Sean Astin about football.
The ending, he didn't play.
Oh, well, I guess that's what I'm just saying now. Okay, coming up next, since we're doing the dog days of summer, there's a list of the most common pet-related myths, and one of them totally floored me. As a new dog owner, and had I never adopted a dog, I still just thought, oh, okay, well, this is the standard fact about dogs. Turns out it's a myth. What are the most common pet-related myths? We'll go after them next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE. Back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
It is the dog days of summer on KRBE.
That's true. 8:20 this morning for the summer of 2023. We're going to hook you up with some Snoop Dogg tickets.
Nice.
And that is at 8:20. We'll give you the special keyword. You're going to text us. We called the 104th texter back. And then we are going to hook you up with those tickets and make you a finalist for $10,000. We do it at 8:20, we do it at 1:20, and we do it at 5:20. So it's all very dog and cat friendly, right? We're going to be spotlighting some different shelters that are near and dear to our hearts. And at 8 o'clock this morning for Try It Tuesday, we're going to see what it's all about when you give your dog pet ice cream.
Yeah, what does
Doggy
dog ice cream taste like? I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah, I have 2 different flavors. You guys are going to love it, I think.
Ahmad, what are your flavors? Do you know offhand?
So we have banana, and then we have pumpkin and bacon mixed together.
Good
Pumpkin
times.
and
The one
bacon
that I
Yes.
found was bacon and cheese. I was really sad that all I could find was bacon and cheese.
Like, even if that was human ice cream, it sounds terrible.
There were also chicken flavored popsicles I was about to get, but I wouldn't, torture you guys too much.
Chicken popsicle.
No. Okay, so for those that aren't aware, maybe you're newer to the show. Ryan has a dog. I have a dog. Eric has a dog. Sam has a dog. Kevin had dogs. Ahmad, do you have a dog?
I kind of co-parent.
Oh,
a
you
little husky.
part-time co-parent. Yeah. Okay, so I'm the newest owner of a pet here on the Roula and Ryan Show. We got our golden doodle at Canine Angels Rescue. Shout out to them. And it's been pretty interesting in life ever since then.
You're coming up on a year, aren't you?
October we got her.
Okay.
October we got her. She was born in July. She had her first birthday party. It was cute. Okay, so contrary to popular belief, in this study that found the most common pet-related myths, I was floored, even as a non-dog owner. There's a one solid I thought I knew about dogs. 68% of us, including me, I'm in that 68%, were not aware that a wagging tail does not always signify happiness.
No. It depends on which
What?
way the tail is wagging. It's anxiety.
What?
It's, like if I look at Mango and her tail, her little nubby is going upwards, I know that she's suffering from anxiety. Like, she's freaking out. Like, if she spots if she spots like a squirrel or something she wants to get, she's on full alert.
Well, when my dog wants to get a squirrel, her tail is still. Like, when she's going after lizards, like, she's crazy for lizards. She keeps pawing the door because she sees lizards. She's not going to get them. And then, so her tail is still. Kind of like Labradors are great hunting dogs. The tail goes totally still and straight. Okay, but wagging I thought was always like, yay, let's play. Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Where's
Wagging's
the toy?
not
Where's
always
the toy?
happy. No.
It's totally floored. You knew that too, Sam?
Yeah, Misty doesn't have a tail, but her little butt.
She
you can
doesn't?
tell. No.
You can tell.
She doesn't
Okay,
have it.
other common pet-related myths. 38% falsely believe that a cold, wet nose indicates that your dog is healthy. I didn't even know that was a fact, but apparently it's a myth. Do y'all know this?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was true.
Yeah, 30. So you're in the 38%. You thought that the cold, wet nose indicates your dog is healthy. No, I guess it's just cold and wet. According to this story.
So that doesn't mean anything. It's just
cold
means they're
and
cold.
wet.
I should recuse myself because I went to
That's
dog
weird.
training with my dog for like the first year of her life, so I got to hear all this stuff.
I'm
okay with
It
that.
had to be cold too. I knew it had to be wet, but I didn't know cold.
Well, somebody can text us at 37530 who's a vet tech or a vet and tell us, what does the cold, wet nose mean? Just that it's cold and wet? They just lick their
Right,
nose?
that's weird.
Okay, 42% of people, for pet-related myths, 42% of cat parents thought that their felines could see in complete darkness. Apparently, that's not true.
I've never
had a cat.
I've been a cat owner too, but I never thought that.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think what animal can see in complete darkness?
I thought dogs could see kind of well in the dark, no?
Nocturnal animals can see in the dark, can't they?
But
Don't
which
they,
one,
like
what's a
like bats
perfect
use
example?
sonar.
That's the only bat.
A possum.
Oh, possum.
Owls.
Oh yeah.
Or owls. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. 41% of us, I'm in the 41%, mistakenly believe that cats always land on their feet.
No, I've seen mine.
They definitely do.
Yeah, I believe
No,
that.
I've seen a few mix-ups. Yeah.
40. I mean, they don't always land on their feet.
I've never seen a cat land on its
Not-
back. Cats are
No, but
Right.
I've seen it. I've
Or
seen
its side.
because we lived in a house where we had tile floor, and when it was slippery, I've seen the cat take a few tumbles.
That sounds
Well,
kinda
it's
funny.
one thing if she's on the floor already and she's like scrambling around. Like my dog,
Slipped and
Charlie,
fell.
will run around on the floor and then she slips and she rolls. But we're talking about if a cat jumps from a shelf down or
Right.
high places, it lands on its feet. It doesn't roll, like drop and roll.
Yeah, I've
like-
never seen that.
Well, apparently we're wrong. That's a myth. Okay, so there's a lot of conflicting information, obviously. It can be difficult to, know what the best care for your pet is. 46% of pet parents say they're totally confused on how to care for their pet. They just leave it to the vets. And 3 out of 5 people in the survey knows that their pet has a very distinctive personality when your pet is hungry. It has a routine.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs will always go outdoors at the same time, while cats will frequently sit in the same spot in the house.
I think cats are
I've
harder
noticed
to.
that Charlie goes out every time at the same time.
I think cats are harder to figure out than dogs, but it's just like a child. Like when you have a baby, Roula, the different cries. Okay, that's
I
a
don't
diaper,
know that yet.
That's a diaper cry, or that's
Well,
a
I know the
hungry
baby
cry.
cries. I don't know anything with the dog yet. I
Yeah,
haven't
but
noticed that.
you get to learn their personality. You know when they have certain needs that.
Here's what I'm trying to figure out.
Have to
Okay,
be met.
true story. Yesterday, we had like a total of, 9 kids running through here because it was the last full day of summer for the school districts that my kids' friends go to. And my kids have a couple extra days. But it was like, okay, we're going to just let them all come. Each one of y'all can have some friends. And I had to put Charlie in her crate because a couple of the kids, they're really kind of nervous around dogs, which is fine. I totally was that person. And she's just laying down and she's kind of looking at us like, you guys are having all this fun. And I'm just sitting here.
Oh, that's sad.
It wasn't. I mean, it's fine. She's fine. Believe me, she's living.
Let me
her
give you
best
an
life.
example, Rolla,
She's
though.
fine. But my point is, she started doing like this.
Yeah, that's why I want
And then I'm
attention.
thinking,
Yes.
and then thinking, okay, dude,
Play
I don't
with
know
me.
her things yet. Does that mean she actually has to pee and I've had her in here too long? She wasn't in there that
That's
long.
an attention bark. I mean, I can't speak for all
Okay.
dogs, but like my dog, I know all the different barks. When she wants her water bowl refilled, it's like this, boof, boof, and I hear the single boof, and she needs
Let's all
water.
imitate dogs.
Sounds like y'all are speaking dog right
This
now.
is
We're gonna-
Marconi
we're gonna- somebody's
award-winning
dog.
radio here. No,
Hey,
but
everybody's dog.
you get to learn the different barks. Or I know if somebody's in the driveway, man, because they got the hearing that we don't have, and
Oh, yeah.
she knows when somebody's in the driveway.
Oh, that's for sure.
Well,
I have
if
learned
you
that.
want to, Misty has an Instagram, Misty Pants.
Oh, yes.
If you want to follow her.
Oh, you changed your dog's Instagram
Yeah,
handle?
remember she got hacked? Someone took
She
over.
got
Oh
hacked.
my
She got
God.
hacked.
Yeah, she clicked on
I
the
had-
phishing email.
Oh, she did.
She had thousands of followers. and
You're the
then
reason
she
why we have
got
to-
hacked, and it was
You're the reason why we have to take the
depressing.
security training, Sam.
But it's Misty Pants Aussie.
Hey, yo, KRB.
Ozzy, like Ozzy
Show
Osbourne.
to tell you what's going
AUSSIE.
on in H-Town.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I don't know what Ryan's talking about because now I got dog on my Instagram.
Go give
Okay.
Mick a follow. She's
All right.
cute.
This is brought to you by Duncan. The annual Houston Theater Week is back for a repeat performance with even more exclusive deals. Now, for 1 week only, August 14th through the 20th, new and established music and theater enthusiasts can actually take advantage of a great deal. It's a buy one, get one free ticket opportunity. Now, last year in 2022, the Theater Week inaugural year, 17,500 tickets were sold by 20 organizations. Now, to get tickets, and there's so many great shows and so many theaters, it'd take me half an hour to read through all this list, but you can go to the website, HoustonTheaterWeek.com. HoustonTheaterWeek.com. That's something fun for everybody, for dates, for family, you name it. But Houston Theater Week is back. Now, Houston, Texas has one of the highest rates for accidents in a city per year. This is according to a new report by Forbes Advisor. They rank cities in which people are most likely to get into a car accident. Houston, Texas ranked number 8, falling behind Atlanta, Dallas, and Baltimore. I would say that
Baltimore, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're so big. I
yeah.
thought we would beat everybody, but wow, I guess for the per like square mile or per
Yeah.
capita or however they do that, people in Baltimore are getting
I
lots
have
of
a
fender
friend
benders.
up there. It's crazy up there.
I can't believe that Dallas has more accidents than Houston.
Oh, yeah. The first time I went up there, my boyfriend was like, they drive a little crazy down here. I saw like 4 traffic lights like knocked down within
my
the
gosh.
2
Really?
days that I
Oh
was
my
there.
gosh, Ahmad.
I'm
Within
glad
the
we
2
were
days
safe
that I was there.
I feel like I'm a very seasoned driver, but even I still fear the lack of real entrance ramp on 75, unless they've changed that since I've been there. But it's a real fast get on.
It is.
Like, oh, God.
It is.
Is there going to be room? Is there going to be room?
Okay, so if you live in Katy, here's some information you need to know. The city has moved into a stage 3 drought condition, and that means if you're in Katy, you can only water your lawn 2 days per week. You can also only water between midnight and 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. on your assigned day. Now, if you don't follow the restrictions, these fines can be really steep. Starts with a written warning on the first violation. The second violation can result in a ticket and fines of up to $2,000 per incident. The city of Katy could also turn off your water, so you got to pay attention. We are in a serious drought condition out there. Well, everywhere in Houston, but Katy, they're taking this serious. And that's what's going down in H-Town.
All right, coming up next, somebody got their payback after getting wrong. They made it right. We call it revenge. We're going to hear it next on The Roula and Ryan Show.